Hey y'all, today on the farm has been a very eventful day. We've started getting these green beans in, flat and round, and we sold all of the potatoes. The store's supposed to open this morning at 9 o'clock, but 8:45 there's already a line of folks out here, and we've been going strong all day. It's been interesting. But I'm gonna bring y'all inside, show y'all how we process the green beans, and maybe the next video I'll show y'all how we harvest them. I didn't have any time to do harvest videos today because we were wide open busy. This is the harvesting rig, the Oxbow, or the BH100 is backed up to the back door here. We'll get a good load of green beans on it and we'll back up. The beans are in bags, they're weigh about 40 pounds. We'll back up and bring them in here and start stacking them on the floor. And then we bring them right on over here to the machine what snaps them for us. This is an Urschel Model 30. It turns green beans into snapped green beans. As this machine rotates around, green beans fall into the pocket, and there's a row of sharp knives right here. When they fall that pocket, they go across there and land on them knives, and it forces them to be cut. Then they vibrate down the back. Then they vibrate down the back here and come off. There's some small holes in here where some of the trash will fall through to an area down here. Next, we come over here to the air cleaner. This is a large fan, and we have a hopper up here where we're gonna dump the snapped beans at. They're gonna fall through this hopper to this vibrating tray. This tray's gonna shake them down here where this fan is blowing air up through here. And we got the air turned way up, so everything that's light is gonna fly up here and come into this. And everything that's heavy is gonna fall out right here. So green beans that we want will fall out here. Stuff we don't want, little tiny fine trash, falls out here. We'll blow a few green beans out over here, but most of what we blow out here is small pieces, little pieces of leaves, the tips of the beans, and most of what stays in here is what we want to eat. For those of y'all who are curious, this cutter machine, the snapper or cutter, whatever you want to call it, is made by Urschel. It is the Urschel Model 30 cutter. And this air cleaner is made by Thompson Industries in Cairo, Georgia. They use it primarily for peas, but I think they have pecan applications also that they advertise, but I use it with pecans, peas, green beans, peanuts, whatever. You can turn that air up on the back of it. It's got a baffle. You can adjust the baffle so more or less air gets through, and you can just crank it up till you can blow whatever you want to blow out, you know, whether it be dirt from peanuts or shells from shell pecans. You still got some shells mixed in with the kernel. Whatever it is you want to blow out, you can crank the air up enough that you can blow out the light stuff and keep the heavy stuff. Once we got our green beans snapped and cleaned, we bring them over here. You weigh out 3 10-pound bags, and that is a bushel. A bushel of green beans weighs 27 to 30 pounds. I do not count the part that gets wasted, all the cutoffs. That's part of your bushel. I don't count it here. I give you a whole bushel of nothing but the stuff that you want. That's just the way I do it. So I weigh out 30 pounds of the good stuff, put it in 3 10-pound bags, and then we go to the cooler. Green beans hit the shelf in here, usually very briefly. Most of the time there is a line when we're open and people are buying them as quick as we can bag them. Actually, they're waiting on them to be bagged. But if we get ahead We throw them on the shelves in here, and rarely does a green bean spend the night in our facility. But in there, it stays around 41 degrees. So I can keep those green beans fresh at 41 degrees. I don't like any of my produce to stay on my farm once it's harvested for 24 hours. I want it gone in less than 24 hours. That way I know it's fresh when it gets to you. And if it's fresh when it gets to you, it's gonna be good. The longer it stays here on my farm, the less fresh it will be and the less likely you are to be pleased with it. So in order to keep the customer the most pleased, I try to make sure this stuff can leave here as quick as possible. But while it is here, it's 41 degrees until it gets sent home to you. That is all it takes to process green beans. It is a very quick process. So y'all come on down the next few days and see us and get a few green beans. I want to thank all my customers that came this morning and waited very patiently. Chris French from Columbus, Georgia. Y'all may know him as the heirloom tomato guy. He grows organic heirloom tomatoes up in Columbus. He is French's Family Fresh Farms, or I think some people call him Fresh Frenchy. If you're in the Columbus area, look him up. He grows the best heirloom tomatoes anywhere around. He was down here getting a truckload of green beans this morning, and he helped sell out my potatoes. He bought a lot of potatoes from me. I had a pretty decent line of people wanting potatoes today. And if you were wanting potatoes, I am sorry, they are all gone. They did not last long. I don't grow a lot of potatoes, just a few. And when we open up on potato day, we sell all of them immediately. So all the potatoes are gone, but there are plenty of green beans from now until about Wednesday, and it'll all be over by then. So if you want some, come on down. Be glad to hook you up. I thank all y'all for watching. Hope to see you next time.